Got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
What was going through your head?
A lot. A lot was going through my head, man. The first thing that comes to my mind, legit, is will I be back here? Will I have an opportunity to do this again with these guys?
What if I told you that it could take one shot to destroy an entire franchise? You'd say, that has to be one devastating shot. Then I'd say, yeah, it really was. But before I tell you about that, let me show you what it took to get there.
With the third pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Joel Embiid.
In 2015, the Sixers were 10-72 and were the worst team in the NBA. This franchise has not seen many bright days. They fell short in 2001, losing to a goated Lakers team, and have not won a final since 1983. Moses Malone was the best player on the team then. But this franchise has been consistently bad, mediocre, or disappointing. But in 2017, after some rebuilding, things were hopefully about to change.
So we have a Sixers theme song. I'm gonna play this for you, and if you like it enough, I want you to sing along with me.
Okay. I don't think I know it. Play it.
Let's check it out here.
The Sixers started becoming a contender. The Sixers, after winning 28 games, won 52 games and got to the Eastern Conference semifinals, only to lose to Tatum, Brown, and the Celtics. This was disappointing, but after the string of terrible seasons, there was hope. But that was until
15 fourth quarter points.
The Raptors have a different story. For many years, they had superstars and some decent years, even having the battle of the ages between Vince Carter and Allen Iverson. But there were never any consistent strings of success and no championships to show for it. That was until 2013. They would be a consistent playoff contender, but fall to teams like the Nets, Wizards, and then the Cavs 3 straight times. Then, in 2019, they played the Sixers. This series meant so much to both teams. They both needed this to finally get over the hump and be that much closer to the championships they crave. And the first game would go to the Raptors at home, as they would win by 13 and get 45 points from Kawhi Leonard. This was an important first win for the Raptors. But it wouldn't last long, as the Sixers would sneak by to win by 5 on the road. But Kawhi Leonard was still balling, as he had 35, but the Sixers did their job, winning 1 game on the road. Game 3 would follow suit, as they would win by 21 off of Embiid's 33 points. What was scary was Leonard also had 33 points. But so far, the Sixers were in the driver's seat of this series, 1 step closer to going to the finals. But then, Kawhi Leonard happened.
Embiid switches, fires a long one. Nothing.
Game 4, and he decided to go beat mode with 39 points and get his team back into the series. Then, in a game that only continued as the Raptors would win by 36, with nobody standing out in the stat sheet but the Raptors spreading the points around and shutting down the Sixers. Game 6, the Sixers had to claw back to survive, and that's what they did. They won by 11 points at home to force Game 7. This game would have a ripple effect on both of these teams forever.
After a slow start from the floor.
The Raptors would get off to an early lead after the first quarter. Then, the Sixers would crawl back to be down 67-64 to start the fourth quarter. Then, they would tie it at 90, hoping they would go to overtime and win the game. But Kawhi might have different plans.
Got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
with the made shot, the Raptors moved on and the Sixers went. So, you would probably think this is where the story ends. But that is not the case. The Raptors would go on to go to the finals and beat the Warriors after a Kevin Durant injury. The NBA would be shaken up for a while, especially since Kawhi left the Raptors for the Clippers, so the Raptors never saw success again. That shot was the best thing that ever happened to the Raptors, as that became their only chance to win an NBA championship. Meanwhile, the Sixers broke up their team and have been going through players and coaches to never make it past the second round. That shot destroyed the best chance the Sixers had and ruined their franchise for the foreseeable future. This series and that shot was a story about how one shot can literally destroy a team for years to come. Will the Sixers get to the promised land? With Embiid, I don't think they will, and this video proves why they can't win with Embiid.